Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What's up? What's up? So hopefully y'all don't have to hear any background noise. I'm trying to do my best to cut that mess out. But I wanted to get on here and y'all, there's so many ways to go with it. First of all, I noticed which happens a lot. There's a bunch of Love and Marriage Huntsville drama and stuff. Mostly, I've noticed it's been a lot of stuff that comes out against content creators during the time that show is supposed to start re-airing. Um, they swear that they can't stand the content creators, but it seems like they're always reaching out to try to stir stuff up on the YouTube streets with the CCs. And so it makes you think that they kind of know that they need us for the show. However, at the same time, they want to issue out threats. They want to issue out insults. They want to just berate the content creators. Now they say the millimeters, assuming that all content creators are millimeters, which they are not. And they just bag everybody up into one bag. So I'm trying to keep my train of thought here. I'm gonna get back to being a millimeter. So we have Funky Dineva. He gets on and he comments on how his friend Dr. Heavenly decided to stop doing the show because millimeters were calling her house. Later, he comes back onto his channel. He goes over a not text me, but Instagram post or whatever from someone making a comment to him about, you need to not say all millimeters are calling her house or all fans of Melody are calling her house, sorry, Dr. Henley's office. And he gets on there and he starts running the lady down. I was going to include a clip of that, but I got so much to talk about. I'm not even going to go over there. But he starts running the lady down, being disrespectful to the lady, just belittling the lady. I'm like, she was not belittling you or saying anything crazy to you. So why would you feel it's so necessary to do that to her? But that's just one of my points I would like to prove about this animosity or this extra vitriol that people have towards fans of Melody and quote millimeters. And then they also claim that millimeters are doing all these terrible things, but no one brings receipts. Like I was going to say in the previous video that I decided not to do because it's just too much. The only person that can try to say they had a receipt and it actually still is not a receipt would be Stormy and her claim that a quote millimeter came to her warehouse. And like I said, it's not an actual receipt because I don't believe at any point the lady said she was a millimeter or, et cetera, So we got people constantly coming out and just being a whole lot of extra. So then next we have Ken and Trish. Like I said, I was going to include their stuff, but with everybody's channels getting struck, we're going to get on that too. People's channels getting struck, taken down. I just ain't interested in all that. So I was going to include the clips, audio of Ken talking crazy to who he thought was a millimeter, Trish talking crazy, doing a post towards who she thought was a millimeter. And it was just real belittling, real sarcastic. Now, Trish, she thought she was reacting to someone else making the comments about her appearance. So I can kind of see why she would go off. I probably would go off too. I don't care who you are. You trying to make comments about my appearance, I'm probably going to come for your appearance as well. So I kind of give Trisha a little bit of a pass on that. But at the same time, I feel like she came onto show similar to Stormy, just coming for people in a negative way. Like she came on and a messed up tone towards Melody. Some people may have not noticed this, but when Martell brought up her conversation with Melody, she was making snarky comments like, "What, should I have been reading her down? Should I have read her too?" And it was like, why are you even saying that towards that lady? You was the one that was probably allegedly bumping uglies with her ex-husband. So anyway, so she has some negative things to say towards what she thought was a millimeter. Then Ken, he gets on his audio talking about millimeters wearing this part was funny. Millimeters wearing synthetic wigs needing to take their wigs off before they go to bed. He's talking about they need to go to bed, take their wigs off and their teeth out or something and go to bed. So he being real extra, talking crazy to people who he thinks and assumes is a millimeter. And it's gotten to the point where it's just absolutely, they try to call millimeters batshit crazy, which it's like the stuff that y'all are believing and assigning to as to quote being millimeters. Y'all understand, it shows very easily that y'all are not used to reality TV. Y'all are not used to being a celebrity, because you understand that once you become a celebrity, you're going to get criticisms. And it's not just going to come from one fan base. You're going to get criticisms. Why? Because you're putting your public life, you're putting your life out there into the public, and people are going to criticize it. Okay. So throwing a tantrum, threatening to sue people, trying to strike people's channels, trying to slow down people's money is absolutely ridiculous. We even got Marceau coming out, talking crazy about doing a class action lawsuit against millimeters and stuff like that. And it's like, prove who is a millimeter now. You might can put my name on there because I wear a sweatshirt on my video saying millimeters versus everybody. And I did because I thought it was cute. I still think it's cute and I still think it's funny, because how y'all behaving is very much clownery. It's absolutely ridiculous. People want to claim that these people are doing all sorts of things, and people have neglected to provide one receipt. And even if they were to provide one receipt, I would say you cannot say that everybody in that fan group is guilty of that. Just because one fan did something, everybody in that fan group does that. First of all, you can't take that to a court of law and get them to approve or sign up for that or agree to that. So that's ridiculous. But let's go ahead and wrap up and round around. Let's circle this back around to me. Let's go into why I'm a millimeter. First of all, let me just be very clear. I absolutely cannot stand the idea of being part of a group. I mean, I'm definitely an outlier when it comes to damn near everything. Anything everybody else is doing, I don't want to do. That's just my personality. I'm a huge contrarian. I named this channel Aquarian, but I should have named it Contrarian TV. Because that really is how I am. I'm kind of annoying in that way. I just sort of do things like that just to be doing them. So I don't really like being part or considered to be part of a fan group, but I chose and will continue to choose to be a part of this fan group. Why? Because I see the hypocrisy and the ridiculousness and the unfairness, I believe, in how they come after this particular fan group, which really this fan group came out of the need for support for a woman that was being publicly AB'd on reality television. And instead of people trying to come to her aid, they were more interested in laughing and giggling behind her back and siding with her AB'er, because they were so excited about the fact that this, I guess you could say, like the prom king and queen had fallen from glory, and they were reveling in it, so that's where all that came from. And can I say that every millimeter is hands are clean and they've never done a thing? I can't say that, because I don't know what people are capable of. I know I keep my hands clean because it ain't that serious for me. It ain't gonna never be that serious for me. Like I said, I don't even like being part of a fan group, but I will continue to be a part of this fan group because I can't stand hypocrisy. I can't stand to see things that are unfair being conducted in my face, and me having some understanding of what's really going on and me choosing not to say something about it. So that's why I proudly put my picture of me standing in my sweatshirt on most of my videos. It depends on what video it is, whether I think it's relevant or not to put that sweatshirt on there. But in most of my videos, I wear it. And I wear it because of that. And I made the topic of this video Running Scared because I think the people on this show and people who have not been received in a welcoming manner from the fans of this show, fans of Melody, and also probably millimeters, I think they're trying to make us scared. They're trying to force out support for Melody, which they did in the first, at the beginning. That's how millimeters became a thing in the first place. I think they're trying to force us to being scared, and they're trying to force us to stop saying stuff about them. And it's like, y'all actually need to be writing millimeters a check. Y'all need to be writing fans of Melody a check, because if it was not for this fan base and this group of people who check into this show and criticize you guys will not get a check. Because in reality, the truth of the matter is, most of y'all are not, ain't nobody checking for y'all like that. Y'all are not that successful. And I ain't trying to be clear. I ain't trying to run nobody down, put nobody down. I mean, they all doing their own thing. And I think in the everyday scheme of things, they doing all right for themselves. They really are. But they are not big time celebrities. They not moving big weight, moving big products. I mean, the only person that could say that they were at the time was Stormi. Now, y'all, I ain't trying to shout out Stormi because I don't think she's a good person. But I could say that as far as moving products and having the actual business would be Stormi, and then but also Melody. Melody had several successful businesses that she held with her husband, which she was the one who mostly ran all of it. That was even on the show. We can't say that wasn't true, because it was actually shown on the show, and it shows by him being currently broke right now. But really, it's Melody and Stormi. The rest of y'all are struggling to put things together, to have a storyline to look like you are successful. So in reality, if it wasn't for a fan base actually not liking y'all wouldn't have no attention. You would have no reason to continue to be on the show, because you would have no storyline. You would literally have no relevance. So it's like, y'all want to throw tantrums about and make fun of and ridicule and criticize and talk crazy about this fan group, but this fan group is the ones that's putting a check in your bank account. And I mean, that can even go over to Carlos, because like he even said himself, Love and Marriage Huntsville is one of the top shows on OWN. I know that by every time I go search Love and Marriage Huntsville, I get bombarded with Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Detroit, which tells me y'all are really struggling to make them freaking relevant, so that when people actually go looking for Love and Marriage Huntsville, they get Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Detroit instead. So y'all can miss me with all this. I think they need to stop. I know this is a long little rant, but I'm so annoyed because I don't like to see that other people's channels are being stricken. Anyway, other people's channels being taken down. People are losing monetization. I lost my monetization, and it's like I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, I'm like, cool, thank you, because it makes me know that I need to absolutely refocus my energy as far as earning another source of income outside of just one YouTube channel and outside of ad revenue. So it's like, I don't like it, but it's actually a good thing. But yeah, it's just, I don't like how they are moving. I don't like they trying to make people run scared. And actually, all that's going to do is make me shout out Down the Millimeter more, because I like being a contrarian. I like to be like a real life troll. So anyway, y'all, that's all for me. They ain't about to have me running scared. And I ain't trying to do criticism against nobody else that are getting discouraged, because I understand that. I definitely understand the discouragement, because I've been discouraged for the past couple of weeks with making Love and Marriage Huntsville content, because it just seems like it ain't worth the damn time. So, or the anguish. So I definitely get that. So I definitely criticize. Nobody says, forget this, I'm out, it ain't worth it. I fully understand, because next week I might be saying the same damn thing. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye-bye for now.